thank some of the people responsible for this project. First, I would like to thank Mr. David Dice of General Services for spurring this project forward and for donating the trees. And as you look around the grounds, you will observe the results of work by Kevin Patterson, the library property manager, and he and his crews have accomplished a great deal and mulched many of the plants so that everything looks nice for today. And of critical importance to this project has been the involvement of Nancy Bennard, the library manager. And as you enter the library, you will find a display of books about trees and why they are essential to the vitality of our community. You will also see a children's display. Among the authors whose books have been on display is Melanie Chukas Bradley of nearby Chevy Chase. She regrettably could not be here today, but her work on native plants and trees in the city are well known. Another author from Delaware should be acknowledged for his tireless work. He has been encouraging native planting, and that is Professor Douglas Tallamy of the University of Delaware, who is well known for his text, Bringing Nature Home. I urge all of you to read this book. It will change the way you see trees and wildlife and how you define sustainability. We are also grateful to the Maryland Native Plant Society for inspiring work and encouraging native plantings. Trees cannot thrive without proper watering, and I am grateful to the many members of the Bethesda Community Garden Club who will share in the ongoing process of watering responsibilities for these new trees. There are many members in the group today who are here, and I thank you very much for coming. I see many club members here who have worked on the grounds recently, and again I thank you, and especially would like to thank Holly Joseph, President, and Dover Finley, who is on the library committee, along with Carolyn Kulick, who I see here today also. You may not know that of the ongoing work the local garden club does in planting and helping care for these grounds. It takes a lot of women of the local club to complete this work, and they have done an excellent job. I would also like to acknowledge the work of Judy Levy, who could not be here today. Many of you know her as a tree planter and a painter. She is busy organizing the Edgemore House tour, and funds from that event will be used to plant new trees in the adjoining neighborhood. There are many persons in the county who have worked behind the scenes to make this planting possible. Among them are DOT arborists, Brett Linkletter, and people in park and planning and DEP. I see, over there in the corner, I see Laura Miller, who is an arborist with the DEP, and Stan Edwards, who is standing beside her. They will be available to answer questions you have about the recently introduced tree legislation. I would also like to call your attention to Josh Faust, who is standing over here. He is an aide to Councilmember Berliner, and he can answer any of your questions about the street tree bill. This bill is one I myself have worked on, and its number is 4112, and its purpose is to assure that our street trees are not ignored in the development process, and the canopy lining our trees is replaced and cared for. Among our environmental champions have been Senator Brian Frosch and Congressman Chris Van Hollen. Are there any representatives from their office here today? They have been very active in helping move this process forward. I'd like to thank all of you, and I'd like to especially thank our County Executive, Mr. Leggett, who has graciously agreed to speak today. And I would like to introduce to you at this point Caren Madsen, who is the Chair of Conservation